Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I've got an interesting video for you today. As you can see, we're going to be talking about the Nitecore model MH11. This is a 1000 lumen 18650 powered lithium-ion rechargeable flashlight. I want to say thank you to Nitecore right off the bat for sending this light out for review. I'm very excited about this. Again, maximum output 1000 lumens. It has a maximum beam distance of 190 meters. Impact resistant down to 1 meter. IPX8 waterproof. That means it can go underwater down to 2 meters. And it has a impressive 9,150 candela rating. It's USB-C rechargeable, so this light looks like a fantastic light. Cool thing that I noticed about this light is it can run on a single 18650 battery, or you can run it on dual CR123s or dual RCR123 batteries in series. Now you can't charge the light when you're running the dual batteries, but you can when you're running the 18650. So here is a look at the back of the package. So feel free to pause your screen if you want to read this information. And here is a little bit more information on the back of the package. Now let's go ahead and open this up and see what is included with this fantastic flashlight. So when we open the packaging, you can see that it's packaged very well from Nitecore. We're going to pull this out just like a drawer. There's nothing left in the box. We'll set that down and let's take a quick look at the owner's manual. Here is our owner's manual. Very simple. It's in multiple languages, as you can see here. Let's just come right up to this portion. And again, feel free to pause your screen at any time during this section of the video if you want to hang on to any information. Here's some information about the specifications and the accessories of the light. And then of course, right here, this talks about the battery options that you can do. Right here is the technical parameters of the light. So it has low, medium, high, and turbo. And there are the respected run times. And then it talks about installing the batteries. You can use a single 18650 or again, dual CR123s or RCR123s. Now here is the English directions of operating the light. And then it talks a little bit about charging. Again, feel free to pause your screen. But without that, I'm going to continue on. Hopefully you're seeing all this information. And that's about it for this owner's manual for the English. The next thing that you see is the Nitecore warranty card. So there's the information. You would fill this out, and that takes care of your Nitecore warranty. So the next thing in the package is this little bag, and it has a couple of things in there. Let's take a look and see what's included. You can see that there is a very nice lanyard that goes with this light. Okay, so that's pretty neat that they include that. There are 2 replacement O-rings and a pocket clip that fits on the side of the flashlight. So that's very cool that they include these accessories with the light. The next thing that we see here is a holster. Okay, so it's got a big Velcro enclosure. Very basic holster. Looks like it has Velcro on the back. So if you wanted to attach this to a belt, you would just slide your belt right through, just like my fingers are right there. And if you had MOLLE, you wanted to attach this to some MOLLE, you would just run this through and Velcro it down, and then you could be attached to MOLLE. So you have a MOLLE option and a belt option, so very cool. And the enclosure of the light is very simple. You just have a standard Velcro enclosure right on the top of the light, and that's what you've got. It has a nice plastic D-ring. It's a very good holster, very basic holster, but it's going to get the job done. So here is the USB charging cable. You can see USB 2.0 right here to USB-C right here. So I think that it's very nice that Nitecore has included a good charging cable for this flashlight. Now, last but not least, we are going to look at the light itself. Look there, right there is the charging indicator. That also serves as the battery level indicator. Got a little warning here telling you that the lens and the head of the flashlight can get hot. There is the serial number, and then the construction of this flashlight is very nice. You have a nice tail cap switch here. You've got a hole here where you can attach your lanyard, and then I'm guessing that it'll tail stand. And yes, it does. Now, looking inside of the lens, you can see that the light has a very nice glass lens, and it has a smooth reflector inside that lens. And you can see the Cree XP-L2 V6 LED inside. Very nice construction of this light. There's the charge port cover, so you just remove that rubber. You don't actually take it off, you just move it out of the way. And that exposes the USB-C charging port. So we'll put that aside for now. And let's go ahead and take a look at the tail cap portion of the light. We'll unthread the tail cap switch. We're looking for an insulation film. Now, there is a look at the tail cap switch. You can see that there are dual springs in the tail cap switch, so very nice design. And then removing the battery, you can also see that white insulation film. Okay, so they put that in there so the light can't turn on during shipping. Now, one thing that I like about this light is it comes with a standard 18650 lithium-ion rechargeable battery. This battery operates at 2600 milliamp hour. It's a high discharge performance battery. There's a look at the negative end of the battery, and of course the positive end of the battery. The good thing about this is it is not a proprietary battery. So in the event that you had a problem with this battery over time, you can replace it with a non-proprietary standard 18650 lithium-ion rechargeable battery. Now, looking inside the battery tube, you can see that the thickness of the battery tube is pretty good, and there's a solid contact point down inside the light. So to insert the battery, we're going to put the positive towards the head of the light, and now we'll screw on the tail cap switch. When we screw the tail cap switch down, it'll smash over that O-ring, and this creates the IPX8 waterproof standard down to 2 meters. To charge this light, it's extremely simple. Just take the charge port cover out of the way and plug in your USB-C. When the flashlight is charging, you'll see that blue indicator will flash, and then when charging is complete, you will no longer see a flashing blue indicator. You will see a solid blue indicator. When you see that, it's telling you that charging is complete. I have one minor complaint to make, and that is this charge port cover is not very good at staying in place. The reason I bring that up as an issue is because in the event that maybe I fall out of the boat and this gets scraped upon my clothes or something, if that charge port cover is not in place, I would be curious to see if I lose my IPX8 waterproofness. Operating this light is extremely simple. Everything is done with the tail cap switch. I'm going to turn the tail cap switch on, and you'll see that the light comes on. It'll come on to the last mode that was accessed, and in our case, we're looking at low. This is 3 lumens of output, and it will last 250 hours. If you convert that into days, that's 10.4 days. This produces 26 candela of brightness, and it also produces 10 meters of throw. If I half press, you'll notice that I go to the next mode. We're on medium now. This is 50 lumens. This will last 20 hours and 45 minutes, We have a candela rating of 415 on this setting and 40 meters of throw. If we half press again, you'll see we go up to high. 230 lumens, 4 hours and 15 minutes, 2100 on the candela, and 91 meters of throw. Let's do it one more time. So there's turbo. We are dealing with 1000 lumens. This will last 2 hours and 15 minutes. The candela rating is 9150, and it produces 190 meters of throw, or 207 yards. Now, again, this light does have a memory, so if I turn the light off and then I turn it back on, you'll notice that it comes back to the previously used setting. Again, to cycle through the modes, it's just half presses. You don't make it go all the way to the click. Again, there's low, medium, high, turbo. It's a very simple light. There is no strobe on this light. There's no SOS or nothing like that. When the light is turned on, the charging level indicator turns into a power level indicator. If you see any kind of slow flashing blue light, this tells you that your battery is below 50% capacity. If you see this blue indicator flashing quickly, it's telling us that the battery is below 10%, and at that point we need to charge this flashlight. Now this light, again, can operate on dual CR123s or dual RCR123s, but the problem with that is you will not be able to charge the flashlight using the USB-C charging port. You'll have to charge those rechargeables in a different way. So most people have a battery charger anyway. Again, it's IPX8 down to 2 meters, so it can go completely underwater, impact resistant down to 1 meter, and it has a memory. This is a fantastic light. The current price point at the time of me filming this video is $49.95. Installing the pocket clip is extremely simple. We just put it right here in this little area and pop the pocket clip down. You'll see that it rests very solid on the flat portion of the flashlight, and it gives us a pretty deep carry. You can also flip this around and put it backwards just like so, and you can put this on the bill of a hat and use it for a headlamp to some extent. So testing the IPX8 waterproof rating, we will turn the light on, we'll drop it down in the water, making sure that the charge port cover is in place, like I mentioned before, which it is in our case. Now you can see on the side of the light we have a slow blinking blue LED. That is our power level indicator. When we see a slow blink, it's telling us that our battery power is below 50%. If that indicator starts flashing quickly, it's telling us that our battery life is below 10%. So if we cycle through the modes at this point, there's medium, there's high, and there's turbo. Now if we come back to low, we can go ahead and dunk this in the water once again, and as you can see, this light clearly passes the IPX8 waterproof testing with flying colors. Okay, right now we are in the shop and you can see that we are on low. Again, this is 3 lumens, 250 hours of runtime. That's 10.4 days, and it gives us 10 meters of throw. If we go up to medium, this is 50 lumens for 20 hours and 45 minutes, producing 40 meters of throw. That's a pretty good amount of light. Now, if we go up to high, I really like this setting, 230 lumens, 4 hours and 15 minutes of runtime, and 91 meters of throw on this setting. You can see that this has a floody beam with a tight hotspot. Now let's go ahead and go up to turbo. This is 1000 lumens. Plenty of light here, 2 hours and 15 minutes, and it produces 190 meters of throw. This is a fantastic light. This is a lot of light. Let's go back down to low again. Medium, high, turbo. Back to low. And again, this light does have a memory of the last mode accessed. So you might be wondering, what are my final thoughts of this Nitecore MH11? I really like this light. I think it's fantastic. I think it's going to do great things. I like the price point on it. I like that it's 1,000 lumens. The beam pattern puts out a good beam. I love that it's USB-C recharging, but I'll be honest with you, I've never been a big fan of charging on the light. I don't like the fact that I have to rely on a piece of rubber being in place to keep that flashlight IPX8. So I've never been a big fan of that. But I'm glad to see that it's not micro USB, that it's USB-C. So they've made a good change there, but I just don't like having to make sure that flaps in place. But other than that, I think this is a solid light. I think it's going to do great things. The price point's good. It has good feel to it. And with all that being said, folks, I want to say thank you for stopping by today and joining me on this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to check the description box down below. I'll put a link to where you can find this light. Please feel free to leave comments down below. Like this video, share this video, and until next time, have a beautiful day, and we'll see you then. Bye for now.